I was plucked out of college into an apprentice program long before the apprentice actually became a thing. I would say it was more of an experiment, which is ironic because that leads to a lot more about my life's work. I was put into a 1-week experiment to be hyper-trained into the role of an associate producer in a marketing company. I thought in April 1992 that I had made the biggest mistake of my life. Here I am, I'm in the same industry, communications, experiences, marketing. But it took me that time. The reason why I thought that is coming out of training in an interest in film. I mean, my initial ambition was to understand film. I realized in those first couple of years of college that it was the psychology of film that interested me more. Why does it move us? Why do we go? Why can we sit and pay attention for all that time? And then I go to, this new world of marketing, communications, and events. I felt, and this was the first taste I had in trying to understand what engagement was. And, here you have in conferences, the difference is when you go to a film, you choose to go, and it better be good or you're never going back type of thing. And, after a good film, as a film lover, you think about it for hours, days after, you reflect on it, it moves you. And in an event, in essence, you're, for the most part, a captive audience, and stimulus is just being thrust upon you. During those first years, I kind of created a policy when I started at Communicate. I said, okay, I'm going to do this, but I won't do it for more than 2 years. I don't know where the 2-year rule came up, but I felt like 2 years is enough to learn from this place. I kind of had realized that my ambition wasn't to be an employee. I felt like I wanted to make a change in an industry that needed change. The only way to do that was to learn as much as I can and then figure out a way to be able to amplify it and experiment myself with more freedom. In those years leading up to 97, I started to test theories in small ways because, as you said, I was a kid. I could only impact so much. The things I could impact, like sound of an event. Why can't we score an event? Why do we have to use top 40 music? Or the visual imagery of an event. Why can't it be cinematic? I realized subconsciously I started, infusing where I could the principles that I know worked and attracted us in our daily lives. And the one thing that I really thought about and why it disappointed me in the beginning is I knew instinctively no one goes home to watch clip art. No one goes home to read 2-page memos. You don't communicate to your spouse like that. You want to go home and read a good story. You want to have good stories and conversation. You want to watch things that are emotive and cinematic. I learned that the 3 words not to say to corporate leadership were feeling, heart, or emotion. Yet instinctively, I knew those were the things that actually were the secret to actually connecting an audience back to your company. It just so happened that music is also a personal passion of mine. I produce music, electronic dance music. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Engagement Decoded. Do you want to learn more? Hit that subscribe button below and never miss an episode to learn how to increase engagement with your audience. I'm Ben Moorsom, and thank you for watching.